Master GGRC presents 8 easy steps to build a crisis exercise.
We live surrounded by risks. Some crises cannot be avoided, but we can overcome them. The practice of crisis exercises is one perfect example to improve crisis management and allow your organization to be more resilient. During this short video, we'll describe step by step how to build a crisis exercise, define needs and goals, awareness and training, project team and logistic, scenario compilation, mobilization and reminders, exercise animation, on-the-spot and delayed feedback. Step 1. Define needs and goals. The objective of this step is to target the expectations of the head office, and then validate the options by the executive board. First of all, you have to know the major risks of your company or group and its past crisis. Check the level of preparation of the group. If it's possible, you can also analyze last feedbacks. Define in common with the head office the objectives of this new exercise. Which type of exercise, which resources and which strategy. Validate the objectives by the executive board. Step 2. Awareness and training. Prepare all the parties involved to crisis management. You can train salaries and suggest mini crisis exercises. It consists on raising awareness about the importance to get ready for the unpredictable and the devastating effects of a mismanagement. Stress management must also be discussed within work team. Then, think about checking documents like telephone directory or reflex sheets. Step 3. Set up the animation team and logistical preparation. It's time to build and organize the project and animation team. Clearly identify the various useful functions within the project team. Exercise parameters must be clear and credible. It has to remain pedagogical. With the top exit, the project team establish a backward scheduling. Then, define first logistical needs, location, arrangement of rooms and any other practical needs. Step 4. Scenario compilation. The scenario organize the global progress of the exercise and fix the frame of the animation. First of all, the synopsis has to be presented and approved by the executive board.
Develop the chronogram which detail the progress of the exercise taking in account necessary twists. An exercise agreement is realized. Fixing rules. Roles are distributed in the animation cell. An assessment grid is established to appreciate the actions and objectives of the exercise.
Step 5. Mobilization and reminders. You have now to check that everything and everybody is ready in the situation and animation. Once again, think about rooms arrangement. The staging is revised with all the actors of the animation team. Remind the instructions and in particular the capacity of improvisation. Don't forget to remind to all the participants the holding of the exercise. Step 6. Exercise animation. It's now time to launch the exercise. The animation team follow the chronogram and timetable. It has to be adaptive, to be the most realist. One or several persons are dedicated to observation, following the established observation grid. Step 7. On-the-spot feedback. A few minutes of hours after the exercise, all the participants, playing side and animation side join together.
It consists on a relatively free debriefing, in which everybody is invited to share a feeling about the exercise. Major decisions and actions are also incidents are highlighted and discussed. Observers express their report and some first tracks of improvement are emitted.
Step 8. Delayed feedback. It hold ideally several days after the exercise. The delayed feedback enable a stepping away on the past exercise, to extract lessons. The goal is to identify and capitalize positive points, and suggest improvement priority on aspects considered as negatives, in order to improve the resilience. A final report is drafted. It lists teachings and recommendations of the crisis exercise, and actions planned. This information must be communicated to all the concerned actors, in an interest of sharing good practices. You have now keys in hands to realize your own crisis exercise. And remember, there is only one way to learn. It's through action.
created using Powtoon.